Alrighty. Here we go. So I did, in fact, miscount last week, I believe. So I think this is actually session 82. Not 100% sure. I've lost count somewhere along the way, but we're session 80 something. And you guys are on your way to Hythe to try to convince them to somehow help you with your demon problem.
Our problem.
Along the way, you found a group of dwarves that were doing some sort of resurrection ritual that seemed keyed to an altar and an orb. They did their thing. They brought somebody back to life. You turned down the offer to re-dead the person who was brought back at the behest of her nephew, who was tired of waiting for his inheritance. He was dealt with by the dwarves. They made their way. You guys set up camp, and Culdy decided to sit on the altar, which turned out to be basically a dam and collection point for the time stream. As a result, Culdy was de-aged fairly significantly and in an ongoing manner. He is getting younger at the rate of approximately a year every day. So with some judicious use of necromancy, you managed to age him up to a more appropriate adventuring age. But it is something you're going to have to keep an eye on because the necromancy didn't stop it. It just made him older, and then he will get younger over time. Just outside the village of Hythe, you guys discovered a bunch of trees that had been cut down, like very close to the ground. Minimal stumps left. All of them were, I can't remember if it was white ash or white oak.
White ash.
There we go. And you found some dead bodies whose heads had been twisted around backwards by phenomenal strength, and many of whom had tiny puncture wounds in their necks, which gave you a little bit of a pause.
Just a bit.
Yeah, it's just mosquitoes.
That attack in pairs.
Yep.
But that is where we will pick things up. It is like mid-afternoon, so you definitely have time to get to Hythe if you so choose, or you can come up with another course of action. But we'll turn it over to you guys.
What is a vampire if not an overgrown mosquito?
A very articulate, overgrown mosquito.
Yeah, it comes with the sector. Well, those look like the kind of people who would have been out looking for something and unearthed the wrong thing. Do you think the assassin dagger were buried with that guy? And we're slightly north of Hythe.
I suppose it's possible.
Maybe they handled Hythe for us.
Maybe.
We were hoping that Pike would prove useful in the future.
Yeah. Think you need to have the name of someone to ask him him question post-mortem?
I do, yes.
Okay. Oh. No chance of questioning those wannabe owls.
Well, theoretically, I could bring it back from the dead. Then we could ask them. It'll take time. And will.
Yeah, and if the night is coming, we might have some company. Huh. Well, I might have an idea though. Never tried this before, but the the elf and the brooch taught me how to look at things that have happened a while back. Maybe I could try to take a look at whatever transpired here. Maybe we'd get a better idea.
Having some information would be useful. How long does this take?
Let me check my note. Oh, it's quite fast. Few minutes and I should be good. I'm gonna try to grab an item from one of the snappy neck people.
Okay.
So I have an items that come from the time of the scene that interests us
Perfect.
for the ingredient of Vision of the Past. I'm gonna try to cast that. Right now, though, I do not have the described it in my spellbook, so just gonna cast it as is. Hope for the best.
Oh, nobody blew up.
Yep.
So yeah, so Okatai like grabs something off of one of these dead bodies and kind of closes his eyes, kind of like breathes in, breathes out. You feel like everybody feels like a stillness in the natural area all around you as his eyes kind of like snap open, glowing like that vibrant green color you associate with his magic. Okatai, you see a group of people, not these people in particular, moving through the woods carefully and cautiously, like they're on the lookout for something. Happened probably 2 nights ago, so the bodies are fairly fresh. And then, almost without warning, you see what at first looks like a swarm of bats just descend on these people, kind of swirling around. There's yelling, there's screaming, there's like the smell of blood in your nose as the bats kind of like take nips out of people. But then these bats kind of form into a column, and then into an individual dressed in black chainmail, who moves very quickly, with a dagger that seems to just appear in her hand out of nowhere. Makes fairly short work of like 1 or 2 of the people before eschewing the knife and just going like with brute force, just grabbing people, sinking teeth in. It looks like it was one individual killed these like half dozen or so people. But she looks familiar.
Oh.
Oh no.
The last time you saw her, she was trying to cast a fireball at you guys.
Is she the one that Chris just brought back?
Yes.
He should be in the tower.
She should be in the tower.
Mhm.
Oh, that's an interesting development. Well, we were right. It feels like a vampire. She was drinking blood, turning into a cloud of bat. And she does have the dagger we were talking about. Tresius, do you remember how to make vampires? Did you ever make vampires? She looked awfully like the one you raised back home, the fire lady. Like, pretty sure it was her.
That's concerned.
I don't know if you made that or if somebody stole it from you, but yeah.
Not entirely sure how vampires procreate.
The lady seems strong and fast and shifting into a cloud of bat. And she definitely has the hidden daggers.
I did raise her once.
She gone back to being a body.
Oh, most assured.
No idea how she turned into a vampire. Well, to be fair, I have no idea how anybody turns into a vampire, but yeah,
I'm a bit concerned of our village, so
yeah, same. I also feel a bit responsible for protecting her dad.
she blew herself up.
Mhm.
We can't be held responsible for her being a
No, I
cult.
just feel we shouldn't let her roam. The point is not to feel bad about it, it's just to do something about it. Like, we killed her once, it was not enough, apparently. Need to put a little coat of that again.
Is this the
Technically,
one
we
where
didn't kill her
the
at all.
harpies?
She killed herself.
Kinda.
I mean,
What do you
not
mean?
on
What do you
purpose.
say, Risen? I didn't hear.
We're talking about the tower where we fought those harpies?
Nope.
No, she was one of with the slavers, dressed in red. And she was casting fire on her ass. And we killed her, and Tresius kept her to extract some secret from her, and she died again, but apparently she's back. Now with
I mean,
bats.
We didn't kill her. She killed her. Her
Yeah.
magic went bad,
We
kind of
were,
the way Trustius's does sometimes.
we were present when she died.
Yes.
We had
were
minimal-
there. We did witness it. We did not mourn.
I mean, we motivated her to try to torch us.
I suppose. I mean,
I think they attacked us.
Oh yeah.
if you really want to stretch the idea of personal responsibility,
I'm absolutely not
that's really
saying
stretching.
I'm absolutely not saying we're responsible. just
'Cause
feel like we should kill her more.
I don't feel at all responsible
Never do.
or guilty. I feel responsible for things.
She's just.
Do you remember what off the top of your head?
I've been responsible for killing a lot of people.
Okay.
I don't
let's
feel
put it-
bad about it, but I was responsible.
I'm not saying I feel bad. Just
I don't think I am. I don't know if I've
There's
ever
a-
killed anybody in this.
There's a huge difference between taking responsibility and feeling bad about it. I can
Okay.
do one without the other.
Okay, let's put it another way. I'd feel better if she was dead.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm surprised she's not. I guess is she though? Technically, still just
I'm
in
not,
a
I'm not
weird
clear.
way that we didn't expect.
I'm not clear on vampire physiology.
And you think she's a vampire because she was doing vampire-y things?
She turned into a cloud of bat, then turned back into a lady in black chainmail, and snapped 2 necks with her hand, and then drank 2 people with her fangs.
Oh yeah, that sounds vampire-y.
Yeah.
The chainmail though, that kind of sounds snazzy.
Yeah.
I mean, black chainmail sounds fancy as fuck.
We got 2 black chainmail from the Death Knight Vault, but yeah,
We
one of
could have
them
3.
yeah, one of them is now a pile of rings that is not worth much.
Yeah.
Because, blows and chainmails. It's impressive
Yeah.
how much chainmail we pass in a year. Well, in a month.
I still have my first set.
Fuck. I'm glad I haven't kept count, to be honest.
Well, if you don't want to know, I won't talk about my little notebook.
Oh no, you keep right on tallying. I'm sure at some point I will want to know. Today is not that day.
It's gonna be important when our song about your your exploit in killing people, the number of chainmail you should pass in a
Sure.
year.
Yeah. I mean, not really though, because the fact that I'm going through the chainmail means other people are hitting me.
And you're
that's
still
not
standing.
great.
And you're still
Yeah.
standing.
I mean, the goal is to not get hit and to make the other person bleed first.
That's not what the orcs would say.
Well, that's why the orcs are dead, and I'm not.
For lots of people, the orcs are not dead. They tend to be quite resilient.
The dead orcs are feeling pretty dead. Of course, the chick who lit herself on fire felt pretty dead 20 minutes ago. So, whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
Weird, freaky magic shit.
Well, the thing is, I no idea how that could happen. Like, I thought you needed to be alive to become a vampire. I don't think you could make a vampire from a dead body.
I thought you needed help to become a vampire.
I also
And
thought
I
that.
don't think Trestius did that, did you?
No, I saw Trestius plenty in the day. And he has the opposite problem. He just can't sleep most of the time. So, I don't think Trestius is vampiring.
No,
Trestius is a vampire? What? Trestius is a vampire?
No, Trestius is not a
No.
vampire. That's what I'm saying.
Don't fuck with us like that.
He can't make vampires, though, either, right? Like, just out of, I don't know, moldy socks.
You don't know. His magic could fuck up. Suddenly, boom, vampires.
Well, that's kind of what I'm wondering. Like, can you do that accidentally?
It's possible.
Oh, that's not the answer I was hoping for.
Almost anything's possible with magic.
I mean, when Trestius does magic, anything is theoretically possible.
Almost. If this is the same woman, she'll be very vexed.
So she'll be what?
Upset.
Vexed. Yeah. And Desi will look around. She seems kind of upset.
Yeah,
Not sure if it's with us, but she's definitely mad at the world.
She's been transforming a bunch of people into owls.
Well, join the club if she's part of Mad at the World Club.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, little maybe, but mostly not.
Well, I think we could take a bit of time to try to hunt her down and get rid of her.
Again?
Again. We have things to do in the height, but I would go check home to make sure everything's fine.
I'm a little worried about that.
Yeah. But yeah.
Is this really a priority right now?
I
Whether or not everybody in the village is dead? Little bit.
Why, do we think she's going that way? Do we have proof that she's gone that way?
mean,
She
we knew that
came
she
from that
was.
way.
Yeah. But
We
maybe
had
she-
her corpse in his tower. In the village. I think. You didn't like toss her in a stream or something, did you?
Why would I waste a perfectly good corpse?
See, that's what I thought too. That's why I assumed she was in the tower. Or at least parts of her were. Not sure about the whole thing, but yeah.
It's probably won't make her feel any better. She is a powerful sorcerer.
So could I suppose well, it kind of matters. Could she have done something to herself that after she was dead for a certain amount of time she would get up again? Is that a thing people can do?
I mean, we saw a dwarf that got his heart replaced by a clockwork machine that allowed him to raise more dead. So I don't think my understanding of limit of magic is
Yeah,
very.
that's
Yeah.
yeah,
get-
that's fair.
People get
guess.
creative. We just need to roll with the punches.
They get creative. Bullshit. Okay.
It's just that it's gonna be a tough fight. She seemed fast and strong and turning into bats.
That's the part that's gonna suck.
Yeah, the bat part. Yeah.
Why would a human wait? She had the power to turn herself into a vampire. She would have done it as soon as she gained said power.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe when she created whatever it was that did it, she was alone. Maybe it was so whoever killed her would have time to clear off and leave her corpse wherever it was, so that hopefully she'd be relatively safe when she first woke up again.
I think that's unlikely.
That's the only guess I've got, man. So that's as close to magical thinking as I get.
My guess is somebody else turned it.
That's
I mean-
possible too.
She was serving Jakuz because technically those slaver were from
Everybody
Jakuz
but us
city.
does.
So maybe Jakuz like put an all call to his tall as if dead follower for a little night out to hunt us down.
Meaning the population in our particular little village is probably dead.
That sucks.
Yeah, there's a risk she killed people at home, so I kind of want to pre-avenge them but I'd rather make sure they're safe.
Well, we could send our Gento to see if he can find someone from the village, I suppose.
Yeah, that's a solution. I hope he does not, but yeah. Is there any reason for us not to hunt her down, though? Aside from the fact that she's probably dangerous.
I don't see any reason why we should.
I mean, she has the blade, and apparently we didn't kill her proper.
We didn't kill her at all.
Nope,
Yeah.
she did.
Yeah.
She probably won't see it that way.
Probably not.
Still probably a minion of Jakku's right now.
If you want to hunt her down and kill her, I'm okay. I'd be interested to know how she managed to do it.
Could be interesting information.
Never know when you'd need a vampire.
And, oh, yeah, that's not a problem anymore. Yeah, damn it. I was gonna say, well, one of the ingredients that we need for a potion to was the hashes from a powerful undead, but it was for the potion to get Colby younger. So yeah,
That's sorted. Yep.
yep.
Sorted. And then some.
You happen to know how to track a bat?
I happen to know what.
How to track a bat?
I mean, she turns into a lady from time to time. I can check if I can find tracks. Maybe she was careless. I mean, look at all the bodies. And she didn't seem to come out of that coffin, so maybe something else came out of that coffin. Yeah, I'm gonna go start trying to see if I can track her.
Give me a survival roll.
Can I assist?
Sure can. I give a +1 die.
I'm pretty good at survival, so.
Yeah, there's a fairly clear path that leads southeast.
She going to height? Yep, that way. She might be going to height. Might be an interesting confrontation. Can track her down and we'll see where we get.
If she goes to height, I want to sit there with snacks and watch and see what happens.
I mean, I get it.
It'll be interesting if that's where she went.
If Ait has survived the dwarf necromancer and now they have the vampire fire lady coming, they're gonna think they're having a very bad month.
They might, if there's religious ones among them, they might think that it's their final day of reckoning. This is like maybe the second or third plague. Hey, maybe we're the third plague.
After that, should be easy to convince them that they need to do something about all this shit. Well, let's track her down. See where it goes.
Alrighty.
And do you want to send Argento?
Yeah, we'll send Argento to see if he can find Kuka or whatever the orc's name is.
Kogan.
Okay.
The guy whose name we always forget.
It's Kogan.
So valuable.
It's like,
No wonder he gets pissed at us.
so yeah, so okay. Argento's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go look for him. Who is it again?
Kogan.
Kogan.
The orcs at the village stand guard for us. He took the lead of the guard.
Oh.
Just want to make sure that that the village didn't get slaughtered by a vampire.
Do you want me to check the village, or do you want me to check the land of the dead?
Can do both.
I'm a bird. I can fly.
I mean, if you can check how the village is doing, that would reassure me. And check if Kogan is alive. That'd be great.
All right.
Just a little flight away from here, as long as you think you're gonna be safe.
I'm a magical metal bird. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
probably safer than you guys.
Probably.
Almost everyone is.
Okay, I'll go see what I can find for you.
Thanks.
And he
What a
fluttered.
bird versus a swarm of bats, how that would go.
I don't know. Since he's immune to non-magical damage, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, probably. Not much
Yeah.
magical damage going around.
So he flies off to the east.
We're gonna track toward the southeast, which is probably gonna get us to height.
It will. It'll get you to Hythe just around evening time.
I forget, does Argento have like a magical way to communicate with one of us to tell us ahead of time what's happening?
No, he has to fly back.
God damn it.
He talks, but he's not long-range communication.
Right. Okay. Yep.
But he just has the ability to go into the land of the dead and stuff like that and look for things.
So if we see something frantically flying towards us, be ready. Gotcha.
Yeah, and he is very distinctive looking. All right, so yeah, as you guys trek through the woods on your way, following the trail, yeah, the trail is to Okatai. It's quite obvious to follow. I mean, 4 successes in the survival roll.
Yeah, just making sure to follow her track, even if I'm pretty sure she's going to height, in case she left other bodies or stuff on the way.
No, you don't find any other bodies on the way to Hythe.
Okay. That sounds like it's gonna be a different story in the height.
But as you kind of come to the clearing where Hythe is, and you know the sun is, I mean, you've got about 5-6 hours of sunlight left before it sets. There are Hythe itself looks like it has seen better days.
And it didn't start that great. Do you guys hear me? Did I get dropped?
Yeah, no, we can
No.
hear you.
No, you're there.
No, we heard you. It just went, everyone just went quiet for a second there.
Yeah.
We were waiting for. Ooh.
Yeah.
I like the fog effect.
So yes, so Hythe has definitely seen better days. There is a thick fog. Many of the buildings look like they've, fallen into disrepair since the last time you were here, which was like a month or so ago, maybe a little bit more. And kind of like outside the city, there are a group of people that seem to be just like dumping a cart of bodies, like outside the city.
Are there still cages with the bodies in them around the city?
There's still the cages,
Okay.
but there are no bodies in them.
Okay. Well, You guy feels like talking with the bring out you get your dead guys? Try to question them about what's happening before we get in the thick of it.
Yeah, I'll stay here while you go talk. Raise your harpoon if you want me to start shooting.
Noted. Call the Arisen. You wanna help me lead that conversation?
Well, I can try.
I'm just
Yeah, we can try that, sure.
And Risen taught me a couple of fancy words, but I'm still not the best at trying to convince people to explain things.
Yeah, there's fancier ways to say fuck you than fuck you.
Oh yeah, I learned
But
most.
why?
I learned mostly insult from Risen.
Because sometimes you want to sound smarter than you are and that you have a bigger brain than you do for that extra sense of superiority. Like calling someone an
But if I'm
ignoramus.
if I'm saying fuck you, I don't care about their opinion.
Sometimes you want to.
Sometimes well, it's not about caring about their opinion, it's showing a superiority.
But I know I'm superior.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes
but-
you have to convey that. That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes
You understand what I'm saying, Desi?
Watch it, little man.
I
I don't need your fancy words when I've got your tone of voice to work from.
Well, that works too. There we are. Now, give me a moment and I will shake my posterior for you all. See, more big words for shaking my ass.
Well, that was actually only one big word.
And it's definitely not for us.
Silence, you ignoramuses.
It would be ignorami, wouldn't
Go
it?
shake Uranus. Jeez.
Not my. Oh, you want me to shake my anus? Is that how this is going to work? Oh, well, I got to drop my trousers.
Is it not in your posterior?
I suppose, technically.
I mean,
I'm not
when
a-
I split someone from top to tail, that's usually where I stop.
You know that's where the word barbecue come from.
Nope.
What?
I can't tell you how turned on I am by this conversation right now.
I'm confused.
Yeah, it's
What?
it's an old word, simple to slice something from the barb to the ass. Q being French for ass.
Hmm. Good to
Yep.
know. Little disturbing, but good to know. Maybe.
So if you plan to open up someone from the face to the ass, that you're barbecuing.
So I should not add barbecue to the tavern menu is what I'm hearing.
No, please. Roast. Roast is fine. Fire roasted is fine. Maybe not. Barbecue.
But my guess is we should stage the simple word with those people. Though.
I'm just not gonna talk. It's probably for the best.
That's why I'm asking for help. I might just brute useless fact if I start talking with people.
Hey, Chris, can I ask a question
Yep.
about the city right now? So, Hythe has this fog. Is this kind of like a very localized fog, like that rain cloud over the Grimleys or whatever that family was from the Flintstones? Or is this more of a fog just rolled in kind of thing?
No, it is very localized. It is definitely only around the town and its environs.
Are we getting all Ravenloft?
I don't know about us, but Hythe definitely is.
Either the necromancer or the vampire has a very keen sense of dramatic appearance.
Yeah, the folks at the cart, they basically just kind of tip it and dump the lifeless bodies out. And drag it behind them and trudge back into town.
How many bodies are already there before they dump those ones?
Maybe a dozen.
Okay, so we're going to parlay, it sounds like.
Yep. You want to lead that? You want me to speak with them? How you want to do that?
Well, it depends what you want to ask, because I don't know what are we going to ask about. Hey, have you seen some kind of vampire chick? Like, what's going on?
I was going for why so much, buddy? What's happening around here?
Okay, yeah, I could ask that.
And go from there, like, because we know they might have been attacked by a necromancer and then a vampire chicks, and like,
Yeah,
before
that's
we
fine.
ask
I can.
about that, they might be working for those guys. So who knows?
I can ask about that.
So you're gonna like jogging up to catch up with them before they get back into the town.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, there's like 3 of them on cart duty. So you jog up. They kind of turn. They kind of stop. They look at you. They kind of shrug.
Greetings. Greetings. How are you this fine day today?
We are fine. How are you?
Can't complain so far. My friends and I are passing through the area, and the current situation of the town left us a bit perplexed because we were here about a month ago, and the town looked a whole lot different and a whole lot nicer and less bodies dumped outside of town, other than, foul magic using types in those cages. Foul magic using types, and I spit on the ground. Anyways, so
I'll spit too.
yeah. So what happened here?
The Pale Queen has arrived. The previous ruling council forbade her from using magic. She expressed her displeasure. Now we serve the queen. And like the 3 of them like kind of repeat after one another. Now we serve the queen. Now we serve the queen. Now we serve the queen.
That feels a whole lot like our town looked when we arrived.
Aldi takes a look at Trestius like, oh boy, this is trouble.
Trestius, with his 10 reputation, is nowhere close to this conversation.
Yeah, good point.
Trustius is
I guess I
the
should do that to Okatai then.
Trustius is the lanky elf standing behind the tree about 100 feet outside the town
With his hood up.
with his hood up.
This is not the town for Trestius to strut into.
Again.
So when did she arrive?
I do not know. Then one of the other ones kind of like snaps his fingers. And he kind of like walks back and he like counts the bodies. 14 nights ago.
Oh boy.
Might I ask where she is now?
Oh, she's inside. She's taking up residence. She's happy to have newcomers to the city, town,
No, I don't think so.
provided they are respectful. Again, they kind of echo respectful, respectful, respectful.
I wonder if she'd remember us.
Oh, do you know the queen?
Oh, I didn't say that out loud.
Okatai is behind the two little guy and nodding, thinking. Okay.
That doesn't seem like a good thing.
Well, she was in height before she went northwest. If body maths work.
So what's with the dumping of the bodies?
The queen would prefer that her table scraps not be left around. They
That's just good.
they attract undesirables. If you wish to stay, you are welcome to do so.
Sorry?
If you wish to stay, you're welcome to do so, but we have to get back to work.
Please do.
I offer the guy a copper piece. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And he disappears it into his pocket. The other two kind of like look at him. He gives them the like, what? Look.
Did he give just the one guy? Or did he give one to all of them?
No, I gave one to just him because he's the one I talked to.
Oh, okay.
The droning guys can earn their copper if they can come up with a reason to earn it.
They kind of nod to you as they like pick up the cart. It's like, oh. Have a good evening. And again, they kind of echo it. Like the two that are echoing things seem very like perfunctory.
You as well. Have a nice evening.
And yeah, they head back into town.
So I can't remember. Was Kaldi and Okatai with me for that?
A bit behind you. I didn't want to
Yeah,
cramp your
okay.
style.
Just so I know if I have to repeat anything.
And I wanted to keep you safe too, because we never know with those guys. Well, okay. So she went out and she.
Ate the town council.
Yep. I mean, the point is, she was in town for like 2 weeks, and the people who got killed northwest of here were killed like 2 days ago. So she took over the city like 2 weeks ago. The dwarf attacked the city like a month-ish ago. And apparently did not succeed. Their witch hunter were infected with demonic plague, and she did work with Jakuz. How do we want to deal with all that? Approach it? Yeah. Do we just go to meet her and start being rude?
I don't know about that.
I mean, it depends on how fast Tresties can shoot a bunch of bats.
I mean, the guys around here seems like the people in our village when they were under the demon cultist control.
Kind of weird.
Like a bit weird and drone-ish and just doing whatever they can to not look up. Probably if we can get clear of her, they become themselves again. Which, considering what Ide was before, might not be the best, but probably work.
I mean, if I had a weird culty people in charge of the village I was in, I'd probably keep my head down too. Well, no, I probably wouldn't. I think
If
it's a
you-
normal reaction.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
not
think it's necessarily
the right one.
a control, like a magic control thing. I think it's more of a, I don't want to attract attention because
Yeah.
something will definitely kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be it.
I'm just guessing. I mean, I know how people react to threats of violence, so
We can probably have a couple of answers from her, and before we decide to get handsy, or we can
that's
just
up to you
start with the.
guys.
Or we
Start
can
with the
just
hands.
start with the hands. Necromancer cowboy, like shoot first and ask question later.
That is between you guys and Trustius to decide, I think.
Well, what
I
I'm
mean-
asking mostly is, do we want to know what happened and how she got back, or do we just want to barge in her face?
It really depends on the state of our village.
Yeah.
I mean, if her plan is to live here and the people who live here serve her instead of the town council that they had, she can wait.
Hmm.
If she destroyed our village before she left, bitch is gonna die.
Yeah.
So, just depends, really.
Gento is fast, but it's gonna take a time.
Mm. You're really quiet, Trustius.
He's back. He's way back. If we want his input, we need to go back to him.
Holy cow.
We should
Which
probably go
tree-
there.
Which tree? I thought he was behind that tree. Which
No,
tree is he
No,
behind?
he's behind. Like he's like 40 feet that way. Like we need to go back. People know him now. Like, and height is the last place where you
Well,
want
yeah,
the famous
I mean,
necromancer Trestius to be recognized.
He's got long, weird white hair. Of course, people recognize him.
Yeah, and the black armor with the gems in them.
Little unusual.
I mean, he's having a moment.
Midlife crisis.
He need to find himself again.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe.
I'm supporting whatever is going on. But yeah, maybe we should get back to him to see what he thinks about all that, and what's the best angle of approach.
You figure it out. Smarter people than me and all.
So we get back to Trestius.
Yep.
Yeah. So she appeared in the village like 2 weeks ago, took over, killed the village council, and is now leading the village. And everybody seems a bit dronish in the village. Now we're pondering if we go speak with her to get a bit of answer before we smack her face, or if we smack her face, or if we just leave her be. Depending on if she fucked up with the village, that's gonna change our options.
Why?
Why what?
Oh.
Why would that change our options?
I wouldn't consider leaving her be if she smacked her village. It's like I'm a bit vengeful, you know. Because if I'm not, people think they can do whatever.
One of the most dangerous and powerful demons in creation is breaking from a prison and is going to envelop the planet.
Yeah.
I don't care what happened to the village.
Well, I do.
We need to kill a demon.
Yeah, and the weapon is being forged. We need to assemble whatever force we can before that. And she was working for that demon.
If
I'm
she's
simply
working for him
saying-
before, she's probably doing it now too.
Right.
And
If you wish to
go
kill her,
demon
we can. But it is putting ourselves in harm's way.
We can't go demon killing until we have the weapon that kills demons.
We can't go demon killing if we get dead before the weapon's formed.
Mm-hmm.
That said, if you wish to kill the man. The dagger she has is quite useful. Coldy might be able to be competent with them.
I am pretty good with a knife.
Be a sword at your size.
Competency would be a good upgrade.
I'm kind of worried also about how she did that. Don't we want to know how that happened? So all of the servant of Jakuz don't start doing that to us? If killing the servant of Jakuz is not a guarantee that they're not going to come bother us again, that's going to be a problem.
I'm hoping that it won't matter in a few weeks.
I'm still worried and always checking in case the giant fire lady in armor comes back from the sea.
Terramalda.
Caramalda, thanks.
Oh, she'll be back for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually. That's kind of the whole point of her curse thing, paper, whatever it was.
Probably our only chance to put her to rest is to stop Jakuz.
In this one, I'm ambivalent. If you wish to get the daggers, we can kill the vampire. I expect, since her food is limited, and the sun is going down, if we attempt to leave, she'll find us regardless.
I think my only question is, do we want to extract information from her beforehand?
Hopefully.
I mean, isn't that what Drestes tried to do in our village? Isn't that why he hauled her body all the way back there?
Yeah, my point is, like, how did she become a vampire and stuff like that, that I would try to understand. Might be easier before we turn hostile, and there's always a chance that as soon as she see us, she's gonna turn hostile because, yeah, we were there when she self-killed herself.
Related.
Self-immolated.
I know fancy words. I mean, they're all related to death and dying and killing, but I know some.
Fancy nonetheless. It's called a special interest.
Well, area of specialty.
Yeah.
Or a psychosis.
I mean, I don't know if that's appropriate. I don't mope about it.
I think that still tracks,
Oh,
depending on the psycho. But I'm not a doctor.
no, you're kind of the opposite. You're what happens after the doctor. If the doctor fails, you call the necromancer.
It's the
Isn't
circle
that
of
how
life.
it works? Which you interrupt all the time.
A very
Hello?
late healer.
The very late stage doctor.
I didn't get my medical license revoked for nothing.
You have to have a license for what you do?
That's what I was wondering. Like, I don't remember ever asking the person stitching me up if they had a license of some kind.
Yeah, it's an old joke because there was a guy once from the Empire who asked me my paper after I healed someone to make sure I was like right. I had the right to heal someone. That was a fun day.
The right
Yeah,
to heal someone.
yeah. Apparently, the Empire want to regulate who has the right to fix up people and who don't.
That's fucking twisted.
Yeah, we had a couple of polite disagreement with Spears that day, but yeah,
Humans have a lot of rules.
yeah.
The right to heal somebody. Huh. I mean, I get, people getting kind of feisty about killing people willy-nilly, and they want to make them soldiers and make them wear a fancy outfit and stuff. But to heal somebody seems... You want to talk about psychosis? There's your psychosis right there.
Nah,
Well,
so-
maybe the right includes the right to be able to charge people for that.
Yeah.
That also seems kind of
Sweet capitalism.
weird.
And also, other point, if we want to try to convince the people of Ait to do something about Jakkus, we'll probably need to gonna liberate them first.
Yeah, probably.
Well, they do seem pliable.
I mean, because right now they're under a vampire lady's fist. They may not be so pliable if they don't have doom hanging over their heads. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can threaten them if we need to, but
The idea is to convince them to lay down their lives on their own free will.
yeah.
It would be much easier just to ensorce them,
Then it's not their own free will and it wouldn't work, right?
and it would not work.
But would me threatening them have that effect? Like, you can either die for a reason or die because it's Tuesday.
That does not sound like a sacrifice to me.
You're the one who knows magic. So, are we gonna wait for Argento or Nightfall? Because Nightfall, she's bound to find us. And
No,
I don't know
the
how
way it's-
fast.
The way I see it, we have two options. We either walk straight in and go see the lady, have a nice talk that might finish a bit unnice, or we sneak up on her. Other way, we wait for her to wake up and catch us wherever we are.
Sneak up on us.
I'm not sure exactly where she is in the town, so that demands a bit more finicking.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the villagers could tell us where she is.
Oh yeah,
Or Maybe not if she's asleep. They might only be able to tell her where she is at night. Unless vampires have special places where they have to sleep during the day.
Don't know that much.
Chris, can I do a lore thing on vampires?
Sure can.
You and your weird stories that you've heard from other entertainers.
Yep.
I like it.
You know the craziest
the
one?
people with the
Allegedly,
book
some of
learning?
them sparkle in the sunshine.
Oh, that's ridiculous. That's the
I
stupidest
know.
thing I've ever heard.
I agree, but that's a rumor.
What makes them a vampire at that point if they can go out in the sunlight? What's the point? You're just a little glitter boy. That's a
Self-cheat.
fae. That's a
Oh, I got-
fae, not a
No, that-
vampire.
That's a lamp, actually. Look, I got a lamp
That's
full
a
of moss.
lamp.
I got my lamp full of moss.
A blood-sucking lamp. Hey, I got one success, though.
I have a lamp full of moss. Look at my lamp. It's full of moss. I love my lamp.
So yeah, from your understanding, vampires, at least the first vampires, aren't necessarily undead. The story that you heard that was that vampires were ancient human-like predators that feed on the blood of humanoid creatures, created by one of the gods as basically an apex predator for humanity.
So they're cursed, potentially?
No, not even cursed. Like, I mean, cursed in the same way
Just a
that
different species.
yeah, cursed in the same way that a shark is cursed.
Sorry, can you repeat that? You broke up.
Yeah, they're cursed kind of the same way a shark is cursed. Like they are, from your understanding,
okay.
not humans. They are an entirely separate species, created to be the apex predator for humanity.
Oh, okay.
None of the stories that you've ever heard reference them as being undead.
Well, if it's a predator, I'd rather fight it in a house than in the woods. Let's go say hello.
I don't disagree with it.
All right.
Yes, we're walking in.
Politely.
And we'll decide when impoliteness is appropriate.
So yeah, you make your way into town. There are a few people here, not as many as there were before. Last time we were here, Hythe had like 40 or 50 people. Now it's down to maybe a dozen or 2 dozen. And most of them are just kind of going about their business. You know, talking to one another, you know, sweeping off their front porches. I mean, the entire city has just this oppressed, rundown look to it. But everybody is basically just kind of going about their jobs, their day. Or evening, I guess.
try to find a town hall or something where the regency would live, or maybe they had a big tavern in the middle of town.
There was a tavern here.
Not so much now.
Oh no, the tavern is still here. Called the Welcoming Wench. It is slightly less welcoming now.
I'm gonna try to flag down one of the people.
Yeah, they're easy enough.
Hey, you.
Yes.
Where's the woman in charge?
Oh, you've come to see the Queen? And off in the
Apparently
distance,
so.
off in the distance, people who are not part of the conversation, you can hear them go, "The Queen, the Queen, the Queen."
Well, that's creepy.
Starting to think
Why
this dog might be
is-
drugged.
Why are they echoing?
They are showing respect.
Okay.
Respect.
Exactly.
So everybody just listens in on everybody else in case they happen to hear a special word that they need to repeat.
No.
That's kind of what it feels like.
We are attuned to the needs and desires of the Queen.
Oh,
So we may better
Gotcha.
serve her.
huh. Ah.
It's for the greater good. The greater good.
I've been here before, and there were a lot more people back then. Where'd everybody go?
Oh, the Queen requires sustenance.
Uh-huh.
Before she came to the village, did the village ever got attacked by like undeads and a necromancer?
Oh yes.
What happened?
Oh, the evil sorcerer showed up with his undead army. The deputized members of the community took up arms. Things were going fairly poorly, and then the Queen showed up and assisted us. The council was not impressed by her displays of magic. So
Did you? Oh yeah, I assume.
I mean, I don't want to defend her, but your old council were kind of assholes.
but now the Queen has taken us under her wing, and we live to serve. And again, it echoes, live to serve, live to serve, live to serve.
As dinner.
Was the necromancer put in a cage?
Oh no, he was the first one the Queen fed upon.
So his body was just dumped in the pit in front.
Parts of it.
Parts of it.
He dared to attack the Queen. She made an example.
She cut him in pieces.
Probably not cut.
No. She tore him apart.
Hmm.
The council believed this to be a sign of her having truck with demons. Things did not go well for them.
Yeah.
Did they openly accuse her of having truck with demons?
Oh yes.
And what'd she say to that?
Oh, she did not use words.
Uh, just kind of started tearing.
Yes.
Weird. I mean, if someone was serving a demon, you'd think they'd be proud of it.
The Queen does not serve any demon. The Queen serves no
Well,
one.
that's kind of what I was wondering.
You can ask her yourself if you like.
Where would I find her?
She has taken up residence at the council chambers.
And they're in which building nowadays?
Yeah, and he kind of motions, and your eyes kind of like cut through the mist and the fog, and you see, for current height, a well-maintained house.
For current height. Yeah.
For current height.
Yeah. And I want to ask how friendly she is, but is there anything we ought to know about talking or not talking to her? If we'd like to, see tomorrow morning.
You should be respectful.
Yeah, but there's different levels of respectful. Or at least that's what people keep telling me when they say I'm not. Like there's respect bowing and scraping, and then there's respect not cutting someone's head off, so. I mean, I don't plan to cut her head off, but I'm not much for bowing either.
Etiquette's etiquette.
Do I look like I'm good at etiquette? Really?
No, you do not.
No, I do not. And that's right. I'm not.
Should we go inform her that you're coming?
Does he look at Trustius?
Yes, please do.
Very well. And you'll trundle up to the house.
I'll let you guys do the courteous etiquette
I
shit.
think we should check the pile of body whenever we have a chance.
For dwarf bits?
The dwarf had a one thing on him that could be precious.
I mean, depending on how mad she was at the time, she might not have taken it from him.
I mean, it was a mechanical art in his chest.
And she ripped him apart.
Yeah.
Chances are he doesn't have a chest so much anymore.
Yeah, and I thought I wanted to make a general checkup. She might have the thing with her, but that thing might be magical. Allowed him to do things with his magic that he should not have been able to.
Probably tomorrow.
Probably. But I just wanted to pass the information that I remembered.
The guy you were talking to comes back and says, like, the Pale Queen will see you.
To you.
Thanks.
And then he goes back to like sweeping off a step. Whacks a mouse with his broom. Or a mouse. Not a moose, that would be different.
This guy would
He smacks a moose with a broom. Like, yeah, okay.
Balls of steel.
We gotta get out of here.
get out of my house and smack the moose out. Yeah, we're not in the right town.
Direct the moose to the vampire lair. Maybe there's.
No, we don't need a vampire
Stop her.
moose. Don't let the vampire transform the moose.
God.
But yeah, the house is there standing waiting for you. The front door is open.
Shall we go?
Yep.
Let's see. Let's see what's up. We're gonna get in.
There we go. So yeah, inside it is still very nicely appointed. Couple of rooms, little carpet, smell of a wood fire, and yes, the woman that you recognize as the sorcerer, who was previously reanimated by Trustius, and in theory should be in your tower.
Now reanimated by herself.
What are you doing here? Why are you not in my cellar? I am not asking that.
Shouldn't you be decorating a tower right now?
It's like, please, come in.
I like how all the furniture is red.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, where are we now?
So much red.
The old, basically the old town council building in Hythe, where she is currently set up residence.
Yeah, I think I've seen this map before.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of red on the first floor.
There
I don't
is.
remember all the red.
I like it. I like it a lot. It appeals to the goth in me.
Would you care for some wine?
I'd love some. Thank you.
Now that I've discovered that I can move myself with the arrows, I can actually move myself.
So yeah, so she'll pour out some wine and kind of set it on the table. I haven't had visitors in days now.
Yeah, the population seems to have gone down a bit.
Well, they have come to learn the error of their ways.
Yeah, good discipline is good. Good discipline makes for good citizens.
It's not discipline, it's culling.
The old council kind of needed it.
Perhaps.
Oh no, perhaps they were assholes.
The vast majority of humanity needs it. But this was on my way.
Part of your journey.
Yes, I was headed further west originally. But perhaps that journey is no longer necessary.
What was the original plan?
Oh, revenge.
Anyone in particular?
Oh, yes.
Is it a moot point now?
Well, since you have brought him to me.
Ah. Yeah, well.
So the rest of you are free to go. I have no quarrel with you. The elf stays.
Kind of curious how you got back on your feet.
Hatred. It is a very strong motivator.
Desi will kind of like point at her like she gets it.
Does he just gives her the nod?
Kind of, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I empathize with that.
Okutai notes in his little notebook. Way to stay alive beyond that. Hatred.
But you are
I wonder
free.
if greed would work just as well.
Probably not. Greed does not ignite a fire in your heart and your soul.
Oh. You haven't talked to him.
But you are free to stay the night. In the morning, you can be on your way. The elf will stay here.
Why is it that
Does
you're
it-
upset with me?
Because you brought me back.
A better spot than you were in.
I died. I saw what was on the other side. You brought me back from that. And then you willingly let me go back again.
I was working on a more permanent solution.
Well, your
You
time.
understand magic has limits.
I do. Doesn't change the fact that knowing you let me go back. And that was not good.
Weren't you working for the big guy on the other side before all that?
No. Nor am I now. Demons are an abomination.
Hey, she does get it.
I mean,
So are
last-
humans.
She does
mean-
get it.
Yeah, humans are more like a pest as opposed to like a. They're more like a pest or maybe an infection, not so much like an abomination.
It's a good thing you're paying me.
The humans, the dwarves, the goblins, the halflings, they've forgotten their place. They've forgotten to be afraid of the dark. They've expanded and taken, destroyed everything, each other.
Fair.
Spare me, you destroy shit too. I'm not food. Go fuck yourself.
Well, that wasn't respectful at all.
Nope.
No,
nope, it
neither
wasn't.
side. But I believe in tit for tat.
And faster than you can blink, she crosses the room.
Shit.
She counts as a monster, doesn't she?
She does.
Oh, I bet she does.
And she disappears from sight.
Here we go.
Sorry, Chris, was she coming towards me and then just disappeared, or she went a different direction?
She was coming towards the group and then disappeared out of sight. Kind of missed it
Oh,
out.
fun.
Give me 1 sec here.
What do I got that works on vampires?
Jeez, was it something I said?
Yeah.
And unless I'm mistaken, I think Ryzen also has lightning fast, doesn't he?
Yeah, I got the first level of it.
Okay. Let's set things up initiative-wise here. Okay. Ryzen, you have a choice between 7 or 8, remembering that low goes first.
I'll take the 7 then.
Okata, you have a choice between 3 and 10.
I'll take the 3. I'm fast, but Desi is faster.
I am slow and can't do
Desi
anything
doesn't-
anyway.
Desi doesn't have anything to bring her back, except other people, so just to do what she can to stay alive.
You'll make a great Death Knight.
I won't.
Thanks.
I'll
That's
dress
great.
you in plate. I'll teach you magic. Oh, we'll be best buddies.
Just don't put me in a dress and we'll be fine.
He
That's
promises
mail?
nothing.
Not bad. Ball gown? I'll find a way to kill
I
you.
spent a lot of money on that dress.
How about a chainmail ball gown?
Now we know that if she's pissed enough, she'll come back from the dead. So, might be.
And now that's a thing.
Now you know you should
She
not.
comes
put her
back
in-
as a revenant purely out of
Now we
spite
know that
because
can
we
happen.
put her in a dress or a gown.
I like it.
It's the weirdest Crow sequel ever.
That's how we keep her alive forever. We just put lipstick on her every time she dies.
Okay.
Guys, will you stop dancing around with her body singing I'm pretty, oh so pretty, so pretty and witty and
We're trying to bring her back from the dead. It's the ritual, the ancient ritual.
I find it really disturbing that we don't see her on the initiative counter.
Yeah, he's been doing that a bunch lately.
Okay, I'm going to need Ryzen to give me an insight check.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's not good. Right. So yeah, you feel something. You feel something boring into your mind, Ryzen. For a brief moment, you can feel like, oh my god, I've got this great idea. I should attack Desi. That will get me in good with the queen. But you manage to kind of clamp down on that.
Intrusive thought, eh?
Yep. Desi, you're up.
I would like to use Path of Fate.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend a willpower point to foresee how an opponent will act in the coming round. All my attack and defense against that opponent gets +1 until it is my turn again in the next round.
Okay.
Using this talent does not count as an action.
All right. Your best guess, given the fact that Ryzen was blatantly disrespectful, she is going to probably tear him into tiny little pieces.
Well, yeah, that I'm kind of expecting. The bonus, on the other hand.
So the
that's what
power
I
is working.
Yeah. Oh, look, I was right, huh? I can't see her though, can I?
You cannot.
Fuck. I can't hit something I can't see. Well, let me read that again. All attack and defense rules, so that includes parries.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so I can still parry on everyone else's behalf as long as they stay close.
Yep.
I just can't attack her because I can't see her. Okay. Desi will look around, waiting for her to appear. Oh, drawing breath. And making sure her shield is comfortable. That's apparently my action.
Okay. That'll take us to Okatai.
I'm gonna try to cast True Sight, which allow me to see things I should not. We kind of disguise, shapeshift through smog, fog, darkness, anything like that. So,
Excellent.
trying something. There we go.
Okay. From where you are, you can't see her.
And I'm gonna make a move.
Okay.
Could I move in diagonal?
Yep.
I'm gonna go in the square underneath here.
You can see her right there.
So Okutai's eyes, he closes his eye and is open up, back green like when he saw the back of the pass, and he's gonna point to the point.
That will take us to Trustius.
Yeah, I can't see her either.
Nope. Okatai's like, she's right there. She's right there.
Yeah, I know it's not enough to target, but at least you know the general idea.
I don't want to leave being close to Desi right now. I think I'm gonna pop off Firewalker.
Okay.
I should have safe casted that, but I didn't.
Nope. Oh, a mishap. Maybe she will be immune to fire. That would be quite handy.
For a vampire, yeah.
Ooh, spell backfires. An offensive spell affects you instead of your intended target. Protective healing spell wounds instead of healing. Ooh. So Trustius is going to take a point of fire damage.
Strength, I assume.
Yep. Ignores armor.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you're like, okay. Oh! At least it was only power level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have. If I was thinking, I would have safe casted that. But
Seems kind of appropriate, though, given how she died the first time.
yeah, I just figured there's a fireball coming, so thought that maybe.
Stupid karma.
You'd fireball yourself first.
I was hoping that it. I'm gonna save my action to parry, I guess.
Okay.
I can't protect you from your own self, but I'll try to protect you from her.
Right. Attacks everyone within near range. Right. So she kind of jumps in. She attacks everybody within near range, which is Trustius, Desi, Ryzen, and Kaldi. The attack cannot be parried nor dodged.
God
All
damn.
right.
And is going to hit each of you for 2 points of damage.
I'm down.
She appeared?
Yep. You do get to roll your armor.
Oh, okay.
I'm bitch doing stuff I can't parry.
So we take 2 points of what kind of damage?
To your strength, but you do get to roll your armor.
All right, so I took 1 damage. I'm still up.
How do I roll armor?
It's under combat. Just click on your armor.
The word armor.
Yeah.
If you have more than one piece.
I got chainmail and a helmet.
Yeah, click on the word armor then. That way it includes both.
Gotcha.
So you're going to take 1. Des is going to take 1. Caldy's going to take 1.
Yep, I did.
Sorry, it's strength?
Yep.
All right, I still got 1.
And that will take us to Ryzen.
Sweet. I am going to clobber her with the hammer.
All right.
Shake your posterior.
Free
I
her from
will.
her knees.
I've heard it's very disarming.
Is Chris, is she a monster?
Yes, she is.
All right, sweet.
Smack her hard with the hammer.
Banging time.
It's hammer time, bitch.
Why is falling in love so hard on the knees? Because of the hammer.
Good God.
I don't know where.
Oh, I'd like a line of dialogue too.
Oh, yes.
By the way, she tried to control me to attack you, Desi. So she's got mind fucking shit too.
Good to know.
And that's it. All right. So you do wind up and you manage to club her. Her armor takes a little bit of it, not much. And you do still have your fast action if you'd like to do anything.
Oh, fast action! I could use Brawler and headbutt her.
There you go.
I'm not sure how I'd roll that because I don't see Brawl in the combat tab.
It would be a melee attack.
I don't think I'd want my head that close to hers, but you do you.
At his height,
We're already in hand to
Yeah,
hand,
that's true.
so
at his side anyway, he's gonna headbutt her and then meet her.
now do I get Hammer Fighter because my head is a blunt object?
No, but you do get a +1 from Brawler.
Okay, and I don't get Dragon Slayer, I guess.
No.
I mean,
Where's that at?
technically.
Yeah, let me check that talent real quick.
Yeah,
Is
check
a,
that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is it a trait on him
yeah.
or on it?
Yeah, all attacks against monsters.
Dragon
Oh.
Slayer forehead.
This is the best little bit of XP I spent as a joke that I thought might be useful. Imagine if I headbutt her in like the lady parts and she just crumples.
So
that
you'll
would hurt. You're wearing a helm.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I am.
That would hurt a lot.
her armor does stop it, but I mean,
Damn it!
I mean, it's not an unimpressive hit. I mean, that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice and a D8. So,
Nice.
I mean, it was a pretty impressive headbutt. Unfortunately, he did happen to headbutt her like right in, the more rigid part of the chainmail. That will take us to Caldy.
Caldy move here, spends a willpower and pulls out a holy symbol.
All right.
And he's holding it right up.
That'll take us to her. Oh, what's she gonna do? Oh, I think she will stab with the knife. At Ryzen.
I would like to parry it on his behalf.
Okay. It is a stab, so. Oh, it didn't include my artifact on that. Total is 6 successes.
Sorry, what is she trying to stab me with?
The dagger just materializes in her hand.
Magical dagger we're worried about.
Magical dagger.
Can stabs not be parried?
It can, but there might be a modifier.
Okay. I was gonna say, because if not, I have shield fighter, and I should still be able to do something. But yeah, I'll try to parry it on his behalf.
Okay. Good, because she got 6 successes, so that's going to be a lot of damage.
And because I'm parrying, I get a +1.
Yep.
For the defense roll. Just I'm gonna parry with Briath, actually, not the shield.
Okay.
Just because that way I get sword fighter.
Briath doesn't come out of the sheath.
What?
Briath doesn't come out of the sheath.
I drew her.
She's the
already.
boss.
Oh, sorry. She doesn't move to parry. But yes, she is the rightful ruler. She's the queen of this town.
Ah.
You know what? Hold on to that. Save me next round, Chris. I'm going to spend 6 willpower to dodge that.
Oh, well, there you go.
Jesus.
You're like, oh shit!
I stocked up to 10, thank goodness.
Right. So yeah, so she like the dagger just materializes in her hand. She strikes out very quickly. Ryzen's like, oh shit, and he throws himself back, kind of like Neo bullet dodging in the Matrix. Thus missing him entirely. Which will take us to Desi.
Well, apparently I am using my axe then. Fuck. Huh. I'm going to Path of Fate again, though.
Okay.
Because I like that +1. Drawing a weapon is fast or slow?
Fast.
Okay, so I can still attack?
Yep.
I will try to slash her with the axe.
She'll take that. Oh. I'm saving up all of my armor rolls for the big final fight. That's what I'm doing. So that's 4. Okay. So yeah, she is like completely fixated on Ryzen and the fact that he managed to like dodge out of her way. She doesn't see the axe coming, kind of like connect with her shoulder. It hits. It does actually draw blood. And she'll kind of like snarl at Desi. Anything else from Desi?
What level's your axe fighter at?
My axe fighter is
It's only
at 1.
only one.
Oh, yeah, I don't get the goodies.
She doesn't have the free crit yet.
No, sadly. I wish I did, but we didn't take a rest so I could spend XP, so
Yeah, I've been spending XP while leading the way.
yeah.
I thought about spending some XP, but I don't have enough for what I really want. So
Same.
No, because everything, like Sword Fighter would let me take an extra slash, but I need to be using a sword for that. I assume.
Depends on what it says.
I was going to say it doesn't. Oh yeah, it does. You can slash 2 enemies with a sword.
Yeah.
What's the? There's another.
Path of the Blade is for any
Path
weapon.
of the Blade. Oh.
Any close combat weapon.
Well then, I will spend the the willpower, and try to take another slash at her.
Okay.
Since I've got Path of Fate active. I might as well get as much use out of it as I can.
That one glances off the armor. And that will take us to Okatai, unless Desi wants to do something.
No, I'm not going to spend. I'm not going to spend another willpower for her armor.
Okay.
I'll wait for that.
Okay, that will take us to Okatai.
She's still visible, but
Yep.
just in case she stopped being so, my thing stays up for a while. Do I have any penalty for trying to harpoon her in the middle of the people?
Nope.
I'm gonna try to do that.
Oh, a true sight actually only lasts for a round.
It's only for a round.
Yep.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
It's hard to use in combat then.
Yeah.
It's okay, she's visible now anyway.
Getting to know those spell.
No worries. That seems to catch her unawares and pierces right through her armor, because I can't roll armor worth shit.
And I assume poison doesn't work on her,
Poison does not work on her.
but technically she bleeds.
Yep.
If that works.
Yep. She does have blood.
Good. Well, she'll have a little bit less of that. Yeah. I think that's it.
Okay.
If I want to be able to parry or dodge, I need to keep an action.
Unless you've got defensive. Fast footwork. Fast footwork lets you dodge.
Well, I'm gonna keep the my fast action just in case.
Okay. Right. It takes us to Trustius.
Is there a candle or anything going here?
Oh yeah, there's a fireplace going. There's candles.
All right, we're gonna try a new spell too.
I'm glad I moved.
You are still technically in the same zone as Trustius.
Damn it.
Oh no.
Well, I can move first. Okay, I'll move first, so I don't blow everybody up.
Okay. Give me a move roll.
I'm good at moving.
Okay. You get away without taking an attack from her.
So I will move to here.
Okay.
And since I moved, I can shoot her.
Okay.
It's not a very good shot.
Bounces off her armor. Actually, wait, never mind. It's chainmail. She's got less dice.
Because it's pointy.
Because it's pointy. Still bounces off.
Okay, and then I'm gonna cast combustion on her dagger.
It has no effect.
She's immune to fire, and the
Uh,
dagger doesn't. All it does is make it hot, right? It doesn't damage it.
Yeah, the dagger isn't really physical.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I should cast it.
still roll to cast a spell just in case.
And I was going to use a couple power levels on that. Safe cast it. We do have an ingredient, which is fire.
So yeah, you can tell the spell works. It just the magic just slips right off the dagger. There's nothing for the magic to catch on to.
Gotcha.
It doesn't find purchase.
That'll take us to her. What she can do? So she turns into mist, and I am going to need Desi and Ryzen to give me endurance rolls.
That doesn't make any sense.
Basically, as she turns into mist, it starts trying to force its way down your throat and up your nose.
Oh!
Ew. That's not technically a defense roll.
It is not.
Damn it.
Does she have to roll an attack for that?
Nope.
So I can't dodge it.
It cannot be dodged.
And sorry, that was endurance, you said?
Endurance. Okay. Desi's fine.
Thought I rolled. I don't see it.
I don't see it.
All right, I'll try again. If I push, if I let her do it, I'm fucked. If I push, I could be fucked. Fuck it. I'm pushing it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Ryzen takes 1 point of damage to strength.
And I'm broken anyway.
So this is technically drowning, which means unless somebody gets helped you fairly quickly, you'll die. Like by very quickly, I don't mean in a couple of rounds. Like if somebody doesn't get CPR to you in a couple of minutes. But yeah, basically the mist goes down your throat, and you start to choke and gag, and then you fall to the ground. Ryzen's turn would have been next, but he is broken. That will take us to Culdy.
Yes, Caldy will run over and do that CPR type stuff.
Okay. You can give me a healing roll. One success is enough. Yeah. So you run over, you see Ryzen on the ground, you like start like hands on the chest, do like another one bites the dust, proper technique with your healing roll. And she goes next, in which case she simply disappears in with the rest of the mist outside. But from outside, Desi, you can see some of the townspeople are starting to kind of converge on the town hall. The villagers with their pitchforks, as it were. More importantly, maybe the innocent, mind-controlled villagers.
But I don't see her anywhere.
No, she turned into mist, basically tried to suffocate you and Ryzen, and then kind of her mist melded with the mist outside.
The villagers are taking offense. Desi will yell back to our group.
Oh, and the healing is enough to give 1 point of strength back to Ryzen. I put that on your sheet there, Mark. So Ryzen kind of coughs and kind of like comes to. He's capable of acting.
Chokes himself awake.
But yes, you guys are inside here. The villagers are starting to converge on the place. She has left and melded with the mist, nowhere to be seen. Which probably indicates that you did do a significant amount of damage to her. Like,
Probably.
she seems to have dropped her her unreasoning hatred of Ryzen and fled the scene.
Well, we've killed her before.
And technically, she killed herself before.
Mm-hmm.
The important thing is she was dead before.
And then undead. And then dead.
And she will be dead again.
Probably. Chances are good.
I was thinking of looking through the mist to spot her again, harpoon her and bring her back, but if she is made of mist, my harpoon won't find purchase. I think we should barricade the door. I'm gonna do that.
Let me give you a hand.
So yeah, as you look out as the villagers and folks that you were talking to that seemed relatively normal, if slightly perhaps mind controlled,
There is nothing normal about them.
are starting to converge on the thing. You guys can, like, Trustius and Okatai start, like, close the door, barricade the door, like, drag one of the sofas in front of the door, sort of thing. Start barricading you guys in. And that seems like a convenient place to pick up next session.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Chris,
it's going to be either a very short fight or a very long fight.
I disagree. These people are not innocent, even if they're mind controlled right now, because they're fucking horrible people.
I mean, they are, and we may have talked about killing them before.
But
I
if you will
am
just
ready to
sacrifice
consider-
themselves,
I'm thinking if we're going to continue, I was thinking doing Earthquake from the Scepter, but I forget what kind of damage it does to me.
It would be. I think it feeds off of your agility and your wits. I think.
Well, wits I could handle. Agility.
Earthquake only hits one target, though.
I thought it was I keep forgetting if it's an area or if it's a target.
It's one target. It's not named very.
Yeah, it's one target. It's Earthquake because
Okay.
it actually will do damage to structures, and if you roll enough, it'll destroy a structure in one roll.
Okay, but yeah, against a person, it would only be one. Okay.
What?
So
Where
the key
did
is
the
get them
knight-
in here, flee, and then target the building. And oh, hey, that might work.
There's more of them than there were before.
Uh-huh.
Well, I thought you said there was about 24 in the whole village.
We saw about a dozen.
You did see about a dozen.
Yeah, now there's 19 of them.
That's about a dozen.
There's houses and nobody did a census.
No one
Okay.
did.
always do
We
a
just
census before
assumed she
fighting
was
the boss.
working everybody.
It's one of the great things about in the Conan games. Somebody complained once because each of the Conan source books has a map of a part of the Hyborian world, but all of the maps are slightly different. And somebody complained, and like, cartography is not a job in Conan's world. Like, literally, one of the first things Conan did when he became king was he redrew all the maps because he had actually been to those places.
One of the
Yeah, they pointed out, like, in your typical like D&D fantasy game, characters should never be able to get accurate maps. XP. Participate. Yes. Travel through a hex? No. Discover a new adventure site?
yes, we did travel through.
You did not travel through a hex because you've been here before.
Oh, newest. Sorry.
Yeah. But it is a new adventure site because last time you guys just kind of bypassed height. I didn't actually go in.
Yeah, we did.
I don't think you did. I think you were
No.
like nice.
Trustiest. We did, because
Yeah, we
that's how
stayed
we
at
ended
the,
up
we
with that
stayed at this
crow.
inn, and then we ran in the night. We didn't
Yeah.
really stay.
The
But
crow
it was not
followed
an
us.
event. It was not an adventure site at that time.
Well, maybe not.
Yeah, then it was just a village.
Yeah. Of
It's just that we
assholes.
came back when
Assholes
there was a
village.
couple of mercenary outside, and we spied on the mercenary and decided not to go to height.
Yeah.
That time it was, but we didn't get in.
Then witch hunters showed up.
Yeah.
Right. So participation, adventure site. Defeat one or more monsters. Yes, you did defeat her. Not permanently, but for long enough. Find a treasure, no. Build a function, no. Activate pride, no. Dark secret, no. Risk your life. I don't think so. Extraordinary action. I mean, I'm inclined to say extraordinary action for the stacking the multiple bonuses on the headbutt.
That
Honestly,
was really
that
fun.
headbutt was quite something.
I wish it had worked because it
Yeah.
was very cool.
So do I.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to give it to him for the first one.
Yeah. What's the
If that
realization?
headbutt had been successful, I would have actually maybe
Yeah.
looked for one of my friends to commission some paint on art of that one.
But yeah,
Imagine if you killed her that way.
the realization that yes, Dragon Slayer just says attack. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So that'll be 3 XP and then 4 for Ryzen. And we will pick this up next week as you guys figure out what to do with the villagers who, according to some people, may be innocents. According to other people, are not innocents. At one point, you talked about killing them, but now that you know that they're being controlled by a vampire, are they really evil? Time to decide all these things.
I think it only matters to the guy with the fireball spell.
Maybe. What's the D&D meme? The D&D meme is, I didn't ask how big the room is. I said I cast fireball.
I cast fireball. Yep. That's what I do with my evoker in 5th ed.
But see,
Mark, you can shape that fireball to avoid us. Yes, I can. Fireball. Did you shape it? Fine, I shaped it.
I played a necromancer in 5e. I used fireball to heal. Because if I kill somebody with a spell, I get hit points back equal to double the spell level.
Oh, nice.
It's like, I would fireball people, and the game master's like, okay, they take damage. It's like, did any of them die? Because if so, I eat their soul.
Oh, wow.
Good lord.
Trustius is a much nicer necromancer.
Trustius is a nice necromancer. All right. So we will see everybody next week.
All right. Thanks as always,
All right.
guys.
Take care, everybody.
Night,
Always
guys.
fun. Night.
Have a good night, guys.